Game for himself. He was putting sure drive, baby face, all time. He made a name for himself. He was putting face paint on and exactly. And that's your guy now.
Young Bucks, like stop with beating the Young Bucks. I don't want to see him every year. Here we go again. What's up, everybody? You guys know what it is. That intro was fire again. I am one of your hosts for Smarkin Around, the original Smart, Carl Smarks, and I'm here with the biggest baby face on this podcast. His name is Johnny Boy.
That's all I gotta say in the champ.
Yeah.
More of a baby face because he shaved off the
Yeah, I was looking at the intro, man. I kind of missed my little 1-2 combo.
Kind of missed it.
I kind of missed it, man.
Well, you got me, Joe, aka Triple J, in the building. Hello.
And also we got Second City Rain. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hola. Hi.
Hi.
Ready to talk some wrestling? How about you guys?
Well,
Let's talk about it.
it's been a couple weeks, guys. It's been a couple weeks. So let's just knock off some real quick stuff. We'll knock off some real quick stuff. Did you know Rhea Ripley, Rey Mysterio, and I'm not sure if Cody Rhodes, but they're playable characters on Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Cool
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah,
Cool.
super cool. Yeah, I think I would play as Cody Rhodes in a heartbeat. Right, Joe? Would you?
I think we need to talk about the biggest story in wrestling.
What's
The
that,
big-
Joe?
Oh my God, no! You're gonna come back with the biggest story in wrestling. Okay, what's the biggest story in wrestling, Joe?
Talk about it. Liv Morgan doing
Yes, I agree with that one. I agree with that one.
That looked pretty close to the real deal there, Joe. I ain't gonna lie.
He was about to get down or what?
put the kids to bed.
Yeah, and
That caught me off guard. I started breathing heavy after that. Liv Morgan, don't do that to me. Actually, yeah, keep doing that.
hey,
I like how the women's world championship picture is playing out. Rhea Ripley's back. Liv Morgan very well, holding it down, and yeah, I think those two are unstoppable right now. That's going to be at SummerSlam.
well, let's start with the main title. Okay, let's start with that main title that we have is the WWE Undisputed Belt. Let's take a little look see at a clip that we. So Saturday, August 3rd, we got possibly the main event of the night, Solo Sikoa versus the Cody Rhodes. What are your thoughts, Johnny Boy?
I mean, as you can see, I'm kind of representing the bloodline here. I'm wearing a Jacob Fatu shirt. It's the White Wolf, man. It's White Wolf season, and I'm the biggest Cody Rhodes fan that is here, dude.
Johnny Boy.
Hey, I'm a big fan of this guy. I love the storyline. Dude, honestly, I kind of want to see Solo take over. I want him to win, man.
Head of the table.
Yeah, I want him to take it because Roman Reigns. That's gonna be a bigger story than Cody Rhodes.
Is it
right now?
Is it because the title reign is getting kind of drawn out on you, kind of stale? Why do you think?
I still think Cody doesn't hold that belt right. I feel like the Bloodline storyline is way more hot than Cody's is. To be honest with you, it overshadows it. Solo's like that perfect bad guy. Make him champion, and then make Roman Reigns try to come back and take that belt back from him. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that one, Joe.
Well, according to PWI, there's talk of Roman Reigns making a SummerSlam appearance. And I would love, absolutely love, Cody Rhodes to drop the belt, but Solo. I mean, yeah, that naturally sets up a feud between Roman and Solo, but then I think it needs to cook just a little more. It's a little bit under.
Yeah, Ray, what's up? What?
My thoughts on the match coming up between Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa in the main event of SummerSlam. Many people aren't happy about the fact that this match is main eventing. I, for one, am just kind of scratching my head about the idea. I believe it should be a co-main event because I'm not sure if Solo is clearly ready for the main event, but I get why they're doing it. This could most likely lead to the long-awaited return of the real tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. And if this is the move to bring him back, then I'm 100% all for it.
Ooh, he comes back in
It,
SummerSlam. Two predictions coming back in SummerSlam. The original tribal chief,
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
What do you think about it, Carl? What's your take on that?
Um, I'm not really digging this whole Bloodline 2.0. Really, I like that they brought in Jacob Fatu. He's a beast. He's an animal. He's an athlete. That's one of the bigger guys that could fly around the ring and actually, you know, perform some crazy aerial maneuvers. But I don't see. I never saw Solo as a top guy, top contender for a WWE Undisputed Championship. So to me, I think it's just another thing where Cody's gonna just bulldoze over these guys, and they're gonna get in the feud with somebody else. I don't see Roman coming back this early just yet. They're cooking it. They're letting it cook for Cody.
Okay.
well, probably the co-main event. Let's talk about this: Damian Priest and Gunta.
Oh, that is probably one of my favorite parts that's going on right now. But we got to save that for later because I made a whole video package for it. So
Oh, video package. All
let's
right.
uh
Oh,
let's talk about our next thing that I have kind of snipped around, which is right here.
Me because you're big, you're clumsy.
BW Women's Championship match. Nia Jax versus Bailey. And Tiffany Stratton had a match versus Meechim where Bailey came in and interrupted that whole match and cost Tiffy time the victory, but also broke that briefcase. And I think that's awesome.
I
The
hope
people are.
he carries around that busted briefcase. That's gonna be funny.
I think
I
this is a good transition to actually make a customized briefcase
Yeah.
and for her.
I
And
heard
that'll
she's
be
gonna
Yeah.
get like a pink one or something. Make
some
it
kind of
like
yeah.
super
Tiffy
thick.
time thing.
Yeah.
I believe that's why
Yeah.
the angle was done.
That's gonna be awesome because when's the last time we saw a real customized, like we talked about, or we kind of ranked the best ones, right? I made a short, we ranked the best ones. Joe said the boom box, the Brock box or whatever, boom box. I said RVDs. There was a couple to choose from. So I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with this. But as far as Nia Jax versus Bailey, what are your guys' thoughts, John?
I feel like depending on how it goes, either Tiffany is cashing in. If Nia loses, I think I could see maybe Tiffany cash in, or maybe she just might betray Nia Jax and act, act like she's been like evil this whole time. Wanting to go behind her back and cash in against Nia because she's a very she'll be very tired by the end of that match. So I kind of feel like I see a Tiffany cash in for sure.
I'm thinking that I'm hoping that we get a good match out of Bailey and Nia Jax. Granted, the last time they faced each other years ago, she cost Bailey her SummerSlam push. thus enter Sasha Banks, now known as Mercedes Money. So I'm hoping this time around it'll be different. Do I see Bailey going over and retaining the title? I sure hope so. The odds are stacked against her between Nia Jax, the irresistible force, to quote, and do I see Tiffany cashing in on either Bailey or Nia? I I don't think she should do it right now. I think she should hold the briefcase for a while because let's face it, let's think about this for a second. Let's be 100% honest. They rushed the cash in with Drew McIntyre. I don't want them to do the same with Tiffany. If she's going to have a custom briefcase, possibly debuting it tomorrow night on SmackDown, then I suggest that she should hold on to that briefcase for a while. Have a run with it. Have a tease after tease after tease, and maybe she could do something that no woman has done before. Maybe cashing in at WrestleMania. She could be the first woman to do it.
For sure, Joe.
I don't want her to hold the briefcase till WrestleMania. I think it is Tiffy time. Bailey's gonna retain. She's gonna be drained and knocked out, but she's gonna retain. Tiffy cashes in, and it is Tiffy time. Let's go, Tiffy.
Okay.
Set up a feud between, you know, the whole backstabbing between her and Nia Jax. I see that happening. They're gonna feud for a while. Bailey might take a little break. I see.
She does need it. She's been a workhorse for the last what 2 years. When she
As
returned with the
with
damage
damage,
control.
The
damage
pandemic.
back. Yeah, I think she's gonna drop. Tiffy's gonna pick it up, setting up a feud between Queen Nia and Tiffany. Tiffany's the future.
Tiffany is the future of that division, I think. And there's a
She
lot of good
is
women's
indeed.
wrestlers. We try to pin them up against the four horsewomen, which I say it's just not feasible because that was just I think once in a very long time that's ever going to happen. Where you have four tremendous talents like the four horsewomen, but the women's division is definitely cooking, I think.
Yeah, you got Lyra Valkyria. You got Meechin getting a little bit of a push. Yeah, women's division.
Right.
I like that.
On to our next topic, and I think this one's going to get us all hyped up just a little bit because we're fans of, I guess, this feud and this man in particular from our city. So let's, without further ado,
And he said, I'm cleared! Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam!
Seth freaking Rollins as special guest referee. Johnny boy.
Yeah, it's
What are
like
you?
it's a callback to WrestleMania where they kind of wanted CM Punk to be a special guest referee for Drew's and Seth Rollins match, but now we're getting it with Seth Rollins being the special guest referee. It makes things a lot more interesting, more fun. It's gonna be a lot more entertaining. It kind of reminds me, like, I hope he does something similar to what The Rock did when he was like 1, 2. It doesn't matter if The Rock counts to 3. Like, I want to see some trolling going on, but just recently it's gotten more heated where Drew took a picture with Jack Perry and posted it on Twitter saying that it's actually a real picture of them, and he said cry. He said cry over it. So I liked it. I started to warm up to it, and I'm really excited to see this match. And it's finally CM Punk's gonna wrestle other than Royal Rumble. He got what 3-year contract, so he's been out most of the time with injury. So I'm pretty excited to see what goes on.
But that post was deleted immediately.
Well, it's the internet. That thing's running wild, brother.
It's still up. Like everybody knows he
Yeah.
posted it. Like hey, you can't be a wrestler, post something and delete it, and the internet wrestling community doesn't know about it. But
Oh yeah.
anyway, it was
Trending.
deleted. But
Staple.
I think it was deleted on like more of a more of a swerve side, not because he had to. You know what? He wanted to.
Yeah.
He just did it to swerve the. the IWC and just the wrestling fans in general. Joe, what are your thoughts on this match, Drew versus Punk with Seth as special guest?
I think Seth is in the market to screw somebody really bad. He hates both of these guys. And about that picture with Jungle Jack Perry, a bit of a foreshadow. Will Drew McIntyre leave after this match if he does get screwed? Will he go to AEW? Will he align with the Elite? I'm looking further into that. A lot of speculation. I think someone's getting screwed. It's going to set up a CM Punk Seth Rollins feud.
Ray, did I already ask you what do you think about this very, very volatile environment and very volatile match? I'm not the biggest fan of special guest referee, but what are your thoughts?
My thoughts on the matter of Seth Rollins being the guest referee for Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. I'm not a big fan of Seth being a guest referee, but I guess in a way it makes sense since Punk interfered in the World Heavyweight title match at Money in the Bank a few weeks ago. So I think they want a kind of like not a crooked, but also like a referee that's gonna call it right down the line, and one who's in a way wise and smart and won't take just the usual ref bump and make sure that there is a definitive winner. And I believe that McIntyre needs to win more.
I agree. I think, but I don't really like the whole special guest referee angle. Maybe it should have been a triple threat. I think that would have been no. Actually, this feud has been building. You know what I mean? So I just give him the
Yeah.
1v1.
I just see the phase out of Drew McIntyre eventually, and another feud between Seth and CM Punk. I think that's screwed.
True. I think. I mean, we'll see how it plays out. SummerSlam's always full of surprises. You know, it's going to be a great PLE pay per view, however you call it. A screw job, like Joe is trying to tell us with that screwdriver. But
Yep.
again, a jelly roll. Oh, there's another screwdriver in the mix. Jelly roll is supposedly what is Jelly Roll's role? What is
He's gonna
Jelly
be
Roll's role
Isn't him
in SummerSlam?
Kelly put out an album called Kelly Roll?
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah.
It's just a musical guest. He's also performing there live.
Oh, so it's going to be a live performance.
Yeah,
Those
he's
live
performing one
performances
song.
for the PLEs for me were never very good. I don't know. I think I remember from the 90s. I don't know if it was Salvia or Puddle of Mud. It was just like the worst live performance I've ever saw.
Don't get black cards for Rousey?
Joe, you're breaking up a little bit, buddy. Hold on.
Don't.
What about Rhea Ripley, the band that she had come out singing her song?
That was that. I think I praised that one actually. That was one of the better ones in.
Wait.
In the live.
Why don't we shout out to Rey Mysterio's entrance at what WrestleMania 21, 22?
22 POD.
Yeah, that was a
Okay.
good one.
Little Wayne with Jey Uso was a little bit difficult.
Yeah, that one was. He was cold, bro.
Yeah, people say it was cold.
People were saying he was cold. He wanted to get it over with. But I mean, it wasn't like a song, wasn't it? Just a freestyle he came out with,
Yeah. Oh
freestyling
yeah.
to like a beat,
Yep.
right? So
Listen,
it's gonna be fun. Anyway,
So
let's move on to our next topic of discussion, and this is something that Joe brought up. Let's play the little clip that we have, and this.
I don't care the reason. We don't need you.
we had some technical difficulties. Anyway,
Remedied by Seether's SummerSlam 2005 theme song.
that was correct, and you're not supposed to call it out, Ray, but thank you. And that's probably one of my favorite theme songs of SummerSlam, and I incorporated in that little video package. Shout out to Seether, but it was very short, so we have the fair use on our side.
One
Johnny
of
Boy,
two theme songs of that year.
So I really warmed up to the fact that Damian Priest is champion. For some reason, like for me, it just sat right. Seeing him walk out when he was calling him out, like he came out really fast. He had like that aura with him, you know. I don't know. I'm really starting to just warm up to him being champ. I think he's a good champion. I kind of gave him a lot of I critiqued him a lot in the beginning of it, but I don't know. David Pierce is that guy. I don't know. For me, he's that guy, and you know whether or not he wins at SummerSlam, I think he's had a good run. Seriously.
Joe, what are you thinking, man?
I gotta break out the screwdriver. Uh,
Another one.
well, like Goon been groomed for quite the just someone.
Joe, we can't hear you, man.
What?
Oh, now we can. It's like you break up when you go too far, when you're getting too much into your speech. You got to get closer to your mic, please.
I think El Campeon is going to get screwed by Los Judgment Day.
That's
Oh,
El Campeon screwed by the Judgment Day.
that was a good summary, Joe.
Gracias.
Pretty close
Thank
to
you,
the
sir.
No,
We're
but
not a professional production right here, but
Gunta is gonna. I think Gunta is being set up to become world heavyweight
but
Right,
not at
right.
SummerSlam or at SummerSlam right now.
at
Yeah.
SummerSlam.
I
Judgment Day is
agree.
to screw over El Campeon, and that's gonna be the dissolving of the Judgment Day.
You're not making a bad point there, buddy. I agree with everything that you just said.
Ray, what,
Speculate, man.
Ray, what's your take on this, buddy?
I am. I, for one, am really looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be a really good one. Damian Priest has been getting praised every week, proving himself that he can be a good heavyweight champion, that he deserves to be the champion. And I think he needs the win to make himself more established as a dominant champion. Gunther is his biggest test. Do I see a Judgment Day betrayal? I'm not sure, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens.
That Judgment Day betrayal it's hot right now, but I don't see it happen. Rhea just came back, unless she's got to be in on it somehow, right?
No, it's the other two clowns. It's gonna be JD McDonough, maybe even an inadvertent screw job. It's not gonna be.
Right. And then we had the other guy from Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio, and his little love triangle with Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and
Yeah,
that just
The
took the.
hottest storyline right now.
And who would have thought when Rhea Ripley, or sorry, Liv Morgan, became the women's champion, world champion, that she would have one of the hottest storylines in all of the WWE. I would have
I'm
never thought.
happy about it. I love that for her.
bro. 2 words for her. Dukes.
I'm so glad that was. I'm so glad that was censored. Yeah, you know it's crazy. I didn't even know this because I stopped watching WWE for some time, but I didn't know that Rhea and Liv used to be like a tag team. I had no idea. So I just found this out like 2 days ago, and I'm like, wow, they actually have a history with each other, and all the real fans
They do.
that've
It's
been
like a
watching
love
this whole
story for
time.
me.
women's.
Yeah, but Daddy Dom over there, Dirty Dom, he's a player.
He
Seriously.
broke her heart. How's
Yeah.
that? He broke her
No,
heart.
yeah, he broke.
It has to be an act.
If you had to choose, if you were in this position, asking every single one of you, which female do you choose? Do you choose Liv Morgan or do you choose Rhea Ripley? Johnny boy.
Fuck.
I mean, honestly, dude, I choose Liv Morgan, bro. I mean, Rhea licked Dom's face, but I think that's a little bit too barbaric for me. I'm not gonna lie. I think Liv Morgan definitely I'd pick that.
Joe,
Pick
what's
her.
your pick, buddy?
Let me reiterate those two words: Daisy Duke. We live. She's the women's champion, women's world.
Ray, what's your
He's a simple man. Oh man, this is a hard one. I equally love them both. They both really came into their own. Uh, fuck. I had the honor and privilege to meeting Rhea Ripley back in March at the Springfield House Show, Road to WrestleMania. It was a nice surprise. It was a early birthday present from one of my best friends. Shout out to my best friend Kayla. Thank you so much.
shout out Kayla?
Rhea Ripley was nothing but a sweetheart. I even got a hug from her. Such a sweet, gentle human being. Who would I choose? They both seem like great people. I've yet to meet Liv. I'd love to meet Liv. I would say maybe Mommy I Love You, but I'm going to go with Liv Morgan.
Woo! So it's a clean sweep with you guys. Unfortunately, my answers is staying tight-lipped because I asked the questions around here.
Damn.
So
You're telling us after we go off the air?
Yeah. Okay, bud. Okay. Yeah, we don't want you to be too loud down there, Carl.
no, no, I mean both are beautiful women. They in their own rights. They're great wrestlers. Well, one is a really good wrestler. The other one I think is not very good.
All right, cut the crap, Carl. Real or live right now? Real or live right now?
I would
I'm gonna
have to
go.
go with everybody else's choice.
All right, then. All right, then, Clay.
Clean sweep. Moving
Speaking
on to the
of
other side of the
different,
fence, we have AEW, which guys, I like it. It's been cooking, boys.
it has.
AEW has been cooking and cooking some good stuff. We had MJF versus Will Ospreay in that 59-minute, 59-second classic on the 205th episode of Dynamite. Am I correct on that one?
250, yes.
50. There you go. 250 episode of Dynamite. Very close to what WCW ended Nitro on, like 280, I think. They're about 30 away.
They
Some
actually
people say
wrestled for
that
an hour.
Dynamite has surpassed WCW and Monday Nitro.
WCW.
They have
Yeah.
surpassed. Is that confirmed, Ray?
I mean, you did say that. I don't know how many episodes does Nitro have. Let's see, it started in what, 95, 96? When did
Yeah.
it start?
And
It
I think
ended
they're at
in.
280. So I think somewhere I saw 283 or something like that. So they're very
280?
close to surpassing
Okay,
the.
they'll get there soon then.
Yeah, they'll get there soon. But the, I've been drawn into that match. This week's, was it this week's Dynamite with the Blood and Guts match? I wasn't feeling the Blood and Guts match, but I liked Jericho versus Suzuki. That, everybody was hating on it. I fucking loved it.
That match was surprisingly good. They really cooked, and Suzuki, like, holy shit, he chopped the shit out of Jericho's chest, drawing blood, literally
Yeah,
drawing
Yeah.
blood.
they chopped the shit out of
I wouldn't think I like it, but I was digging it the whole time. I was right behind there. I was cheering. Like I'm like, oh man. Like if immediately when that match came out, I'm like, oh shit, Chop Fest. Like boo, you know. But then it cooked for me, man.
I'm gonna have to watch
That's a
that
strong
match.
title.
Yeah,
You're
that was.
gonna have to catch it up.
But
I
how did
wouldn't have minded if Suzuki won the title.
Suzuki won the title. The FTW for whatever he wants to call it, for the world championship, and then every time Taz is like, "That's not what it means."
Hmm.
Isn't it fuck the world?
Yeah, it was fuck the world, but Jericho is, Jericho, so
learning?
the learning
For the
tree, right?
win.
But we are getting MJF versus. Okay, so MJF came out after he beat Osprey in that 59-minute, 59-second banger with the sleazy tactic that he pulled with some kind of ring or whatever to knock him out. He came out last week. He came out on Dynamite, and he rebranded the Intercontinental Championship as the American Championship.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he also took personal shots at Will Ospreay regarding his deceased grandma, just like MJF only can do.
Like the heat magnet that he is.
Yes. Um, MJF's great. This feud's gonna be awesome. I think they're doing it at Wembley. That's the next pay-per-view, right, Ray?
Yes, that is All In on Sunday, August 25th. The rematch, the blockbuster rematch between Osprey and MJF for the brand new AEW American title, which is a beautiful championship.
It looks great.
I
Joe,
love
your
it.
thoughts?
Well, I'm hoping to Will Ospreay things, but if both titles are
Okay. Yeah, I mean, but AEW's been cooking. They're coming to Chicago soon. I could barely hear you, but it's okay. You're breaking in and out. You usually have sound audio, Joe. Anyway, AEW's coming into Chicago shortly. Is this in September? I believe it's called. What's the pay per view, Ray?
All out, right?
All out. I'm gonna try to make that one. I'm gonna try to get us all tickets, and we're gonna go cheer for none other than Mariah May,
CM
whatever she's
Punk
gonna be doing.
or Sky Blue.
Sky Blue too, but Mariah May first of all.
oh, how
We're gonna
about
hear.
Mariah May?
Hope she gets better real soon.
Me.
Her ankle last Saturday on Collision in her match against Hikaru Shida.
But wasn't she on Dynamite on Wednesday?
Shida, yes, but not Sky Blue. Sky Blue's now injured.
So who's gonna be going up against Tony Storm? Who's the?
Mariah,
Mariah May for
But if she's
the
injured,
title at all.
yeah. So what's Ray? What's the best part of Dynamite? What do you really, or AEW right now? What are you really getting behind? What's your favorite part right now, or anything?
I am behind several things. You know, the Swerve and Hangman feud, which has always been cooking. It, even though he is the number one contender for the title at Wembley, uh, Timeless Tony Storm and Mariah May, the feud has off to a great start. Mercedes and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, the CEO versus DMD, the TBS title. I'm really looking forward to that one. And of course, you got Will Ospreay and MJF for the American title. Part 2, the rematch at Wembley. Very excited. I mean, I believe AEW is cooking because we are on the road to All In, and this is where Tony Khan and the company, they are firing on all. They have to sell the pay-per-view. They have to sell the event for everyone that is attending Wembley. Rightfully so.
They usually do really good on pay-per-views, but I'm surprised that their TVs have been a lot a lot better of late. Like I said, since that Punk thing, I felt like the quality kind of dropped, but now it's really picking up. They're really putting on some really good cards, and they're getting me invested into the feuds that they're promoting and they're establishing, and it's been pretty exciting on our end.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I feel like Dynamite is clearly the better show than Collision.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. So let's get into our last segment of the after evening. At night. Last segment of the night. Peaks and pits of everything wrestling. My peak is got to be the Gunther versus Damian Priest feud. I've I love what's going on with that. Um, just keep it cooking, keep it going. I hope it doesn't end in SummerSlam. I hope they get a part two shortly after. If there's a part two, that'd be great. My pit was actually I haven't saw anything that like turned my head that no they should this is terrible. Uh, so I don't really have a pit right now. John,
I think my peak, I would have to agree with you with Priest and Gunther. Super excited to see Gunther get a title shot finally after winning King of the Ring. I mean, this was the title shot. So if he is a man of his word, he's going to do exactly what he said. And my pit is you trying to say last segment of the night. Yeah, the after night. That's my pit.
peaks and what's your pits of
My pick is the women's division on both ends, with Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, Mariah May, uh, who else? Hikaru. The women. My pits is fucking audio sounds like that. Another pit also. Who the fuck is Joe Hendry? And why is he
Say
here?
his name and he appears. I believe
What the
Joe
fuck is he doing?
Hendry.
Like, I see him as another manufactured babyface. I don't know.
Hey man, don't
That's
hate
all.
on my boy.
right?
Don't hate on my boy.
Add to some peaks
Yes,
and pits for us.
I don't really have much. I do got some peaks. Most definitely. Yeah, I'm not saying his name. I'm not really feeling that guy. He's only famous because of his theme song, but I don't really know much about him, so I'm not gonna pay attention to that. Um, my peaks would definitely have to be the love triangle between Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Dominic Mysterio, the NXT Women's Division, the Women's Champion Roxanne Perez. She is a delight. The CM Punk and Drew McIntyre feud heading into SummerSlam as we are, what, less than 2 weeks away? My misses would probably have to be just the random. I guess you could say just the random squash matches that we get,
Agreed. Agreed.
Wait, what was
especially
that?
Collision,
What?
Squash matches you get in the AEW just randomly put
especially on
together.
Collision.
Oh,
I agree on that sentiment. Collision is definitely the B show for AEW. Very they try
Can
to
I
fill
change?
spots. Go
Can I
ahead.
change my peak real quick?
What's your peak?
I need the camera on me. It's time to get serious.
The sound
All
gets
eyes on
serious. All
It's
right,
time to
buddy.
get
Give me one
serious.
second.
what?
I got
all
you.
eyes on Johnny right now.
Okay, wait.
You
Come
got
on. All right. So a lot of hate going around for my boy Joe Hendry, and I just want to say that ever since he's been showing up, views have been skyrocketing. He's giving us that Logan Paul treatment. Things going viral. Joe, if you ever see this, I just want to let you know I appreciate your hard work and dedication and your superstardom. We're blessed to have you in the wrestling industry, and I just really, truly appreciate you, man. You're my peak for today's episode. Thank you, sir.
Hey, there you go.
What y'all got to say about that?
I respect it.
And that's our show for tonight, folks. Upcoming stuff we have going on. We're gonna have Johnny Boy's Pack Attack. You want to talk about that, John, a little bit?
Yeah. So we're gonna have a pack attack tomorrow after SmackDown. Approximately maybe right after, maybe 5 minutes after SmackDown ends. Give you guys some times. Now we have options. I got about 11 of these bad boys. They're called the Adrenaline XL packs, and they can contain certain cards like this champion Caden Carter. I have a Triple H and EO Sky. They're pretty cool cards, and also there's a rare like Cody Rhodes in here as well. And depending on the card, it could be like $30 or to like $100 worth of value. So it's really exciting to open these. If we don't do these, think about opening up this 2021 trading card set. It has at least one relic, so meaning it could have like a worn, it's like superstar piece of fabric, like a shirt or something. So you got Sasha Banks in this one, so I could pull a Sasha Banks patch, they call it. Uh, Bobby Lashley, Bailey, and on the side, this side, you got Kevin Owens and Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall. Super cool stuff going on. I'm trying to pick and see which one I want to do tomorrow, guys, but they're both really cool. This has about 11 packs in it as well. So just really excited to see what happens tomorrow. We'll find out after SmackDown.
Awesome. As far as Smarkin Around, thank you guys for all your support. Upcoming show next Thursday. I think that's the go home for SummerSlam. We might be doing a gift card giveaway. We have 194 subscribers. Please subscribe to our channel. Let your friends know. We'll do better on quality, obviously. And we have another surprise for you. I do know a couple indie wrestlers that actually want to be guest hosts, so I kind of want to pick their brain on the wrestling business, uh,
Really?
just to see how they broke in. They're part of POW, local promotion here in Chicago. So we're gonna have some cool guest hosts coming up and just pick their brains on wrestling in the indies. So
We got
thank
to
you,
go to a
everybody.
show, man.
Yeah, we'll
We got
definitely go to the show, and I'll get it all set up. We'll have ourselves a nice special guest. He's doing it for pro bono for free, right? Because he's cool, and it's gonna be fun. So stay tuned. Stay linked in. Let us know what you guys thought of the episode. Like, subscribe, comment for us, please. And thank you all for your support. And you guys have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.